Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie starts with Dylan Forrester, who receives a letter from his brother. As he reads the letter, we learn that his brother is on an island, and he has described it to be a really beautiful place. His brother invites him to come to the island as well. The next day we see Dylan receiving yet another letter. This letter is not as pleasant as the previous one. Dylan is heartbroken to learn that his brother is no more. As he reads the letter, he feels that there is someone else in his apartment. He checks and a man attacks him. Dylan is a psychopath and former assassin who happens to be a really dangerous man. The next thing, the FBI is raiding his house, and as they look around his house, one of the officers says, "Got something." They find a man who has been tied with his hands over his head. The man is almost unconscious and seems badly tortured. This is the man who came to kill Dylan earlier. The police find his depressant drugs prescribed by Dr. Alderwood. They now know the doctor he is seeing, and they decide that they are going to find the doctor and try to get information on Dylan from him. The police go to the doctor right away and asks him if he knows Dylan. The doctor tells them that he does not know anything about the man. He further tells them that if they want to investigate him again, they better have a notification from the court. The officer tells him that they are not gonna need to do that, as they are just going to put Dylan in jail, as they are going to catch him soon. The police also learns that Dylan's brother just died, so they think that Dylan must be there and decide to raid the island. It turns out to be right, as Dylan makes his way to the island, where he sees his brother's dead body and tries to process everything. His mother shows up and he tries to talk to her, but she is too angry at him. His mother, Linda Forrester, actually despises him for his true nature and leaves the room. This is when another girl approaches Dylan, as he finds himself unable to take his eyes off his dead brother. She feels bad for him and makes her way to the bar where Linda is sitting having a drink and tells Linda what she did out there with her son is not right. Linda gets angry at her and asks her if she has forgotten all the trouble their family had to go through just because of Dylan. The police used to keep raiding their house again and again because he is nothing but a dangerous criminal. Some of Dylan's late brother's friends show up and one asks the other if this is Dylan. The other friend confirms it. Dylan calls his doctor and tells him that he was told that once he meets his family, everyone will welcome him with open arms, but this has not been the case at all, as they do not even want to see his face. The doctor, however, tells him to keep trying to get his mother to talk to him, and he further asks him if he is hiding something from him. Dylan, however, tells him that he is not. Meanwhile, Agent Shaughnessy has been trying to track Dylan down for dodging his parole, believing he's too dangerous. Sheriff McCoy learns who Dylan really is and what he is capable of. Dylan is in the room with his family. He tries to talk to them, as he tells them that he is not the same man he once used to be. He also tells them that he has been taking help from a psychiatrist as well. As the sheriff has learned that the man is a wanted fugitive, he sneaks up on him from behind and takes him at gunpoint. McCoy arrests him and locks him in the island's bunker. The sheriff tells him that he has already informed the police about him and they are gonna be here soon. This is when a noise comes from the outside. Sheriff thinks that it must be the police, and he asks a girl named Susan to keep an eye on Dylan, and if he tries to make a move, he orders the girl to shoot him right away. As McCoy goes outside to check, he sees that they are a big group of people and asks them why have they come in such a large number just to catch a single man. Well, it does not turn out to be the police. It is a fixer named Cole who has landed on the island with his crew of mercenaries. When McCoy points his gun at him demanding the truth, he is shot dead by Cole's men. Dylan hears the gunshot and right away understands that something is wrong. He asks the girl to let him out right away, as things seem out of control. The girl, however, says that she is not going to do that. She eventually lets him after some back and forth. The crew then kills another man who comes out to check what's going on. They then make their way to Dylan's room. They see his pictures and recall that they once got into a fight with the man. One of the men says that he is here for his brother's funeral. Cole then tells his men the one who is able to put an end to Dylan will be heavily rewarded. Dylan is now inside his house. He asks his family member how to lock the doors and locks all the entrances. The crew sees that all the doors and the windows of the house have been locked, so they start making plans on how to enter the house. Dylan's mother tells him that he should leave because they are there just to kill him. Dylan tells them that they are there for some other purpose, but still if they wish so, he is going to leave. His late brother's wife comes to him and asks him if he is actually going to leave. Dylan says yes and asks her if she could tell him how his brother died. She reveals that he was trying to do some repairs to the lighthouse when he fell off and died. She then shows him a way out through the back door. After Dylan leaves, his family starts discussing how to tell Cole's crew that he is not there anymore. Dylan, on the other hand, goes to the shore and sees that some of the crew members are taking out some machine from a boat. Dylan's family in the meantime puts a big poster on the wall saying, "Dylan is gone." A crew member then spots Dylan and they start shooting at him right away. He barely manages to get to a boat and escapes the onslaught. They think that Dylan has gone now, and there is no one in their way. But it does not turn out to be the case, as Dylan gets back to the island from the other side, without them noticing that he is back. Dylan then calls his doctor, who asks him if he is still with his family, but he reveals that he is out of the house. However, he does have a feeling that his family is in trouble, so he has to help them. The doctor tells him to stay true to who he is, and the scene changes. We see that Cole's crew is trying to dig the land, as they are trying to find something on the island. The crew members then go close to the house, and one of them says, if the family is willing to help them find what he came for, they can make a deal. The family then starts discussing if they should agree with Cole. This is when the family realizes they are not here for Dylan, as he is already gone. Their mother then says that they must find out what they need, if not Dylan. Meanwhile, Agent Shaughnessy has also been looking for Dylan and asks her team if they have found anything. The agent then plans to raid the island the next day. Cole's men have been trying to find something on that island for a long time, but without success, and are getting frustrated. One of the men says that he is sick of it and breaks the main door of Dylan's house. Dylan also realizes that they are looking for something hidden on this island, and it must be really precious. When one man manages to get inside the house, Dylan also climbs the roof from the backside and enters the house to help his family protect themselves. Dylan kills 2 of Cole's crew who tried to attack his family. He now suspects Sean was hiding something in the house that led Cole to the island. Cole is sick of everything that has been going on, and he calls out Dylan, calling him a coward for hiding. Dylan is no coward. He opens the gate, and the two come face to face. After killing a man on the lighthouse, Cole starts shooting at Dylan, and he barely manages to get back inside his house. Cole claims that nobody on the island is of importance to him, and that he only wants what's on the island. Dylan and the survivors find a secret passage set up by Sean. Dylan realizes Sean partnered with Cole to buy the island, believing something valuable is there. The family enters the passage and discovers a Japanese submarine containing Yamashita gold stolen during World War II. The police also learn that 2 high-profile criminals are currently on this island. Cole's mercenaries find the secret lair, and a shootout begins. Dylan calls his doctor and asks him if he can be his old self again. The doctor learns that he is in a life-and-death situation and asks him to do whatever he has to do to save himself and his family. Pike and Dylan fight back against the mercenaries using one of the submarine's deck guns. Cole holds Linda at gunpoint and forces Dylan to help him steal the gold. Pike tries to shoot Cole with the deck gun, but Cole kills him instead. Dylan refuses to help Cole and throws the gold he tried to steal into the water. They are ambushed by Agent Shaughnessy, who is shot and wounded by Cole. Cole tries to throw Linda into the water, and she's left hanging from a platform. Dylan stabs Cole to death and throws him into the water and saves his mother. The survivors leave the island, and Dylan takes some of the gold. Dylan bids farewell to Dr. Alderwood in a phone call and dumps his depressant pills into the ocean. The family reunites. The end.